However impossible it may sound, Nicholas's journal helped me crack the Soviet ciphers, but my joy turned out to be short-lived. In an unexpected turn of events, I had to track down a spy and try to find any hidden bugs along the way. This is how I reached the ruins of the old inn, where I stumbled across another collection of Hyde's thrilling memoirs. When you said hidden bugs, you mean bugging devices. Like microphones for spying on people. I thought you meant bugs as in, like, broken bits of game. Never mind. That's me jumping to conclusions and talking about what I know. Right, never mind. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Beast Inside, Chapter 7. We are back in the role of Adam, I believe. And I have no idea what we're going to do next. Absolutely none at all. I remember we just got the book out of the safe in the ruin of the, inn, so I presume we're going to go back and do a bit more safe grading. I don't know. I know what the other bloke's going to do. Nicholas, he needs to go off to the mine, I think, for some such bizarre reason. But never mind. I should probably also emphasise I've got no idea how much longer this game is. I don't remember having a fall.
Where am I? How? All of a sudden... Did someone knock me out when I was at the ruins? But why would they drag me? Here?
Okay, good. He's as confused as I am. That's encouraging. That means the narrative means I'm meant to be
How am I
confused.
supposed to go home?
Okay, Chapter 7, Hideout. Find our way home. What? Firewood Chapel. Do I want to go to the chapel? Perhaps they can help me. Perhaps they have a map. Perhaps they have a GPS. Oh wait, no, this is... When is this? The 1970s? I can't remember. Oh, there's a little tenting expedition. Perhaps these people can help. Hello? I am lost and in need of assistance. Except there's nobody here. Of course not. Never anybody here when you need them.
There's a map right there.
Oh, I wasn't even joking, it seems. Goodness, whoever sets up this camp left a map behind. Burned in campsite. Is that where we are now? Old house. Yes, I'm guessing that's where I started from. And then somehow I went over here to the burned in. Now I've been dragged over here. Old mine entrance. Yes. Honestly, not got a clue, but never mind. Right.
According to the map, the house should be nearby. I just have to make it through that cave.
Nearby? It looks like a million miles away, but never mind. What does this say? I don't know when that happened. I woke up and I knew my wife wasn't my wife. Somebody replaced her in the night, pretending to be my significant other. I was terrified, but I didn't let it show. I went to our son's room to tell him some mean lady is pretending to be his mother. He was still asleep, and I woke him up by shaking him gently by his shoulders. He opened his eyes, surprised, and then it hit me. It wasn't my son either. Maybe it just wasn't you. Maybe that is more probable. I didn't know who that child was. It certainly wasn't mine. Terrified, I ran into the hallway and rested my hands on my knees while trying to overcome my dizziness. When I stood back up, I saw a man standing in front of him. "Who are you?" he yelled. "What are you doing in my house?" Like I said, if it seems like it's everyone else, it's probably actually you. I didn't answer. I was too stunned. I had never seen such nerve when I tried to grab him by the throat, because that's what you do when people say things you don't particularly agree with. My hand only hit the hard surface of a mirror. The menacing intruder instantly fell into pieces, screaming with a voice that sounded just like mine. Goodness. Apparently someone likes to write down that sort of nonsense. Is that meant to be like part of a story, or is that genuinely something that's supposed to happen? A crank. I bet I can use this to open something. Either that or start a very old car. Goodness. Can I review the map again, if I can remember where the hell I've put my inventory? No? I don't seem to have the map with me anymore. No, or is it in my notes, perhaps? Yes, here we are. Okay, so I can still review these. So this is where I am. Oh, is it these caves, you mean? I'm gonna, like, come down the river here, and then, like, head through these caves somehow in order to get here. And then I'll be closer to home. We could just make a little boat and, you know, ride down the stream, but, you know, that would be too happy and cheerful for all of this, I suppose. Right, I'm going to pretend like I know which direction we're going in, and I'm going to run in this one. A little bridge. Well, actually quite a big bridge, as bridges go. Maybe can I use the crank on this? Aha! Right. Oh, good. I hadn't missed this. This bizarre bit of the game. You have to move the mouse around in different random directions to try and get things working, and then suddenly they go in the wrong direction. Oh, God. Oh, this is ridiculous! Stop it! Maybe we should just cut our losses and stop trying. Right, we probably can't get back that way now, but never mind. We shan't be going back. We'll be heading forwards. That's how you win a war. You win a cold war. It's really cold in here. It's freezing in here, actually. Just a random knobbly bit of branch. I thought it was something implanted in the tree. This is a bit spooky. It's a good spot for an ambush, I must say. And what are we doing about those spies I was chasing? Like, are we just forgetting about all of them? Because, like, I feel I should probably call somebody. Make somebody aware of the situation. This is cool. It's like, okay, it's less cool now.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're really hanging here. Someone actually did murder these people and leave their bodies here? In this fucking godforsaken place where Emma and I just happened to move. Fuck. Death to traitors. Some psycho thought these people were traitors, but why? Went on some McCarthyite commie witch hunt. Was that really what it was about? Or maybe it's some kind of provocation aimed at me.
Maybe. Or, and here's just theory, maybe it's just a psycho being psycho. Like, you know, if somebody went around trying to explain why Ed Gein wore a leather jacket with breast hanging off it, they'd probably have a tough time. That's because he was a maniac. Maniacs aren't rational. You can't make rational explanations for their behaviour. Right. Were they the people who were tenting, perhaps? Because it seems like roughly the right number of people, and obviously they're very close. No, goodness. What's the jump button again? It's space. Right. I'm going to try and do it on this bit. This side bit here, because that'll give me a tiny bit more. Oh no, this is a... So there's an invisible barrier that you just bang into, and then you just fall. Marvellous. That's very fair. Okay, I'm going to assume that means I'm not meant to cross the river there, and I'm meant to either build some sort of bridge, you know, like lay down a plank or something. I'm the plank around here, frankly. But in order to safeten my journey across the river, or I'm supposed to find a different crossing, or I'm not meant to be going in that direction. Because if it's going to have quite a big whirl, it would make sense if they're trying to block off certain areas. Say, don't go over there, you moron. Except the game's too polite to actually say that, despite that's clearly what needs to be said. I was thinking about it, maybe, just maybe I was meant to go over that bridge, you know, like the one that's not falling apart at the seams.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just a thought.
You're really hanging here.
Right, thank you. Now that we've gotten through Mr. Pottymouth, we can make our way to the caves. Which I was about to say is a bit unreasonable, but then given that we don't have a GPS or a phone or an aeroplane or anything else in order to get us out of this place, this is probably our only bet. This doesn't seem like a safe idea.
Where's that damn place?
Oh well, we're still in one piece. For the time being. Go through the cave. Oh man, alive. This reminds me of all the caves in the forest. Which is not, frankly, something I want to be reminded of. They were quite traumatic, if I remember correctly. Okay. What? Okay, I was supposed to open my big fat mouth and say, what do we have here? More trauma.
Christ, is this... Oh, fuck. What was that? What is going on?
Okay. Was that a ghost?
Must have poisoned me, but how? Coffee. They must have slipped something into my coffee. Or maybe all those transmitters or some kind of emitters that mess with my mind.
Okay, actually no, we're not going to go there. We're not going to start talking about that because that'll get me in trouble. What of that thing? That's not how pickaxes work, but never mind. They just jostle things. They crack things open, but never mind. So who's that child then? Maybe again it was one of the campers. But the people who were strung up on the tree look like they've been rotting for a long time. That child's corpse was relatively fresh. Okay. I was expecting the big dark pit to involve some sort of jump scare. But, do I still have some kind of lantern on me or something? Anything I could use for some light? I have a flashlight. Yes, here we are. I don't seem to be able to activate it though, or bring it into my inventory, so probably have to wait on that. What was the crouch button again? C. Right. I also see that this thing is wobbling a lot. And I don't think I like that. Oh, goodness. What could go wrong? Actually, no. Let me ask you a question that produces a significantly smaller answer. What could go right? Yep, somehow I saw this coming. Thinking about it, I probably should have run the whole way instead of waiting for something to go wrong and then started running.
Fuck, that was close.
Yes, that one actually was. I'm glad we can agree on something, my friend. Right. Okay, I guess I'm going to go that way, but...
They're trying to break me. I know your silly tricks. I won't let them know I saw them. I'll play their game by my rules.
You won't let them know that you saw them. Do you remember that bit when we were standing in a tree house and there was another bloke standing in the tree house and I was looking that way and he was looking that way and we kind of looked at each other? You know, I kind of eyes locked romantically. They kind of know that you saw them, mate. Sorry, but they kind of know. That's why they were running away from you. If you think, this man has never seen me, you don't try to run away from him. But never mind. Okay, I'm guessing I shouldn't go this way because this appears to be a dead end and there's nothing down here of any importance or use. So I guess we shall start bashing our way through here instead. Good stuff. Right. I like that the game's keeping the obstacles varied. Sometimes you need a machete, sometimes you need a pickaxe. You need all sorts of different things. But we always need something. Right. How much can I get stuck here? A lot, it would seem. How much further do we need to go through here? Oh, there's a chain here. Okay, I can use my bolt cutters here. And then I can fail to open this gate. Thank you. Right. Interesting. This reminds me of that prison cell a little bit in Far Cry 4, up in the mountains. But really, it's like, you could escape because there's a big hole in the wall, but there's just like a 1,000-foot drop as well. Interesting design for a prison, I must say. Right, what do we have in here? Another code. Goodness, a complicated looking one. Okay, we're going to need to find some sort of clue or solution to that. If I jump down there, can I climb up that chain? Probably. Can I climb? No, I can't. This is just here and so obviously climbable for no particularly good reason. Goodness. Right. We can't go this way either. Where am I to go then? Unless there's something round the back here. No, everything seems perfectly unimportant over here. Okay, I guess I need to keep going this way then. Okay. Well, I'll keep my eyes open for any code combinations. I don't think I've missed anything that obvious, have I? Because usually the codes and puzzles have been quite integral. They haven't been like optional, and there haven't been any like collectibles or anything. But this seems safe. I just had to open my big mouth, didn't I? Right. Goodness. Maybe this will lead me back out.
Suckers, you think you can break me like that? With an animal carcass? With a few dead bodies? Seriously? Who do you think I am?
A man who shouts a lot at himself. But no, my theory is maybe this leads me out to the top of that opening where the top of that chain was, and that'll allow me back into the room with the box. And somewhere down here I can find the code that'll let me open that box, or clue to tell me what the code is. Question is which way it is. Because I'm either going the right way or the wrong way. And I'm guessing I wasn't supposed to turn around at the beginning. But, okay, so my theory was very much... U equals B. Had better write that down, I had. If I can, with how cold my fingers are getting at the moment. Yeah, U equals B. So that's a explanation for the Caesar cipher. Now I just need the encoded answer, and then I can use my Caesar cipher machine, which I'll actually use this time instead of doing it manually myself. Yeah, so we'll just change this so that, where is that? Where's U? Move that around, and then move this around like that, and then that'll allow me to decode the answer. I just need to find what the encoded version is so that I can then decode it and put it into the box. I don't know what will be inside. Possibly an item to help me get across the hole in the floor. So I went back that way, I'd probably just encounter that hole again and fall down it time and time again, repeatedly going splat. So maybe it's like a plank of wood or something to help me get across. I mean, there's lots of other planks of wood I could use. But, oh. No, so that is optional? How bizarre. That's very mysterious. I'd like to go back and investigate that, but I don't know where else to go. Give me a minute, I'm going to quickly go back and just have another quick look around and see if I can find anything of any importance. Because I'm curious about that, I really am. Okay, I'm sorry, I must admit defeat. I have come to the area, I can't find anything to tell me what the encoded password is supposed to be. I went back to that area where the hole in the ground that we fell through was, and you can't get over it. I tried jumping over it, but you can't get through there, you just fall down every time. And I've looked around and I can't see anything that that I could read or that I could see anywhere that would give me a clue. So unless I've missed it earlier somewhere, maybe around the campsite or similar. Somewhere back where I left the frame rate, presumably. Yes, either that or I'm just meant to remember that code, the U equals B, and then come back to it later. Like I'll return to the cave at another time. I don't know. But that really does intrigue me, because I feel like that's the first properly optional thing I've actually experienced in this game. Everything else has been very compulsory. You know, everything's required for progression. Unless I'm not through with the caves, I'm going to go back into them in a minute. I'm going to approach from a different angle or something. I don't know. Well, no, probably not, because we're nearly home. And I've lost my ability to sprint. I'm walking very somberly. Can't jump either. It's going to make it quite difficult for me to get over this river. I feel like I should probably go that way, actually, instead of just leaping in. But, let's see what happens. It's not because no. Oh, it was crouched.
Fucking commies can't hide from them. They'll follow you to the end of the world, but if I tell anyone, they'll think I'm crazy, and that's what commies want. That's how they break their enemies, the dirty bastards. They think they can send a fake cop here and I fall for that like a rookie? No, ain't gonna be that easy with me.
Here's a random theory. A, if they want you to go crazy, they think you're doing a pretty good job already. And B, just a thought. What if it's not a fake cop? Just putting that out there. What if Emma called them because she was frightened? I don't know. Okay. This looks less like a police car, more like a fire engine to me, but, maybe I'm old-fashioned. Can I open this? Oh no, I need a key. Ah. Because it's locked, like a sensible person would have done. Yes, all of these locked. There is a document in there, though. Police report, it says on it, but I can't read anything else because the writing's all too small, like my brain. Right. Let's go inside and figure out what horrible thing they've done to Emma. There was... Hang on a minute, why is this place in such a mess? Like, seriously, why is this place in such a mess? Do some tidying up. Goodness sake, man. I mean, another communist that tried to kill you, but still. There's no excuse for a lack of proper house hygiene. No, there's certain jokes to be had about certain torturous methods that they could do to Emma, and I wouldn't perhaps be complaining if at least kept her a little bit quieter. No, not into the basement. She's probably upstairs, though. Let's listen to the radio.
Arrested and charged with acting against national security and leaking classified information to the Soviets.
That's my wife, isn't it?
The accusation, claiming that the agency's deputy director, Phill, is a double agent herself. Further claims that McDormand's boss, Bill Beckerman, may have even been aware of this. In other news, a couple of American divers have died of hypothermia after submerging to 525 feet.
There's more important things to worry about right now. They've arrested my wife, haven't they? She's... maybe it's through the big stripy door with the big sergeant stripes going down. Oh, they haven't arrested my wife.
What's going on? Is there a...
Where have you been? Where the hell have
I've been on a heck of an adventure.
You know, I wanted to find that... Why are you crying? What's...
Maybe because everyone's about to die in a minute?
What?
you were gone for 6 hours? You went and just vanished.
I didn't vanish. I just tried to remove those damn bugs.
What bugs? What are you talking about? You left me all alone, and some psycho slashed our tires.
Are you serious?
I called the sheriff, but when we were in front of the house, that guy broke in. Into your office.
What do you mean, broke in? Are you kidding me? Fuck the telegrams. That son of a bitch took the telegrams.
Why didn't you lock them in a
The
safe?
sheriff noticed the broken window as soon as we went back home, and
Wait a minute. Who gave you the right to let strangers in, to go through my stuff?
he's a sheriff, not a stranger. Besides,
Sheriff, my ass. You have no idea how capable the people who want to get me are. They can impersonate anyone. Don't you realize that what I do affects millions of people?
you think I'm stupid? I called for help because someone's stalking us. Besides, the guy couldn't have gone far, and the sheriff is after him. You don't have to act like such a dick. It was me that was in danger. Me, not your nameless millions.
Well, they're not nameless, you just don't know what their names are. They probably have many names, like Jeff, and Bob, and Mary, and Susan, and Archibald.
Traces. I better look around.
Probably have many names. Right. Never mind. Kitty yard. How did he get in? Which window did he break through? This one, I'm guessing.
Bingo. He escaped through the window and probably moved towards the bridge.
Okay. I'll leave the geographical reasoning to you, my friend. And the family therapy, I think we'll leave to someone else.
To find some traces.
What? The device? Oh, this thing? Oh, alright then. Fair enough. What is... Excuse me. Excuse me. I need that thing. Thank you. Not scan. Impulse? Yeah, here we are. Why does it keep putting the thing down when I stand here and look at this? Why is it doing that? That's extremely irritating. Want to explain what the name of all hell is going on? Whoa. Okay, I get that I'm looking in the wrong direction, but what's with the wacky fireplace?
I need to search the office thoroughly.
Okay, am I supposed to interact with this now? No. There's something. Oh, it's this it's interacting with, I think. Is it? I don't know. Right, what was he touching? What was he making use of? Is there something in here? Open these? Oh, there's a document here. What does this say? Watch out for sparrows. A note depicting a sparrow. I reckon that someone must have left it in plain view for me. What? What does that have to do with... What does any of this have to do with sparrows? I have not a baldies. I thought we were dealing with Soviets, not small birds. Explore the area around the house. Okay, am I done with this area now then?
Don't leave the house and don't let anyone in until I come back.
You're leaving me again? Are you crazy? The sheriff is on it. Let it go.
The sheriff doesn't know what he's dealing with. If he really is who he says he is in the first place, he won't help anything.
Don't be paranoid. The police are on our side.
No one's on our side, Emma. No one.
Not even... Not even you? Okay, giddy up.
Point hanging around here. Gotta get him before he's off the radar. Those messages are crucial. Who knows that very well. Maybe I'll find another signal outside.
Right.
I just don't
Okay.
use the trail. I can't see anything with my naked eye. Or maybe the localizer will help.
It seems like
The sheriff.
Mr. Enigma here.
That's where I should start looking.
Seems like Mr. Enigma here has is slightly reaching something of a crescendo of paranoia, shall we say?
Cross the bridge and hold up in the woods.
Indeed, yes. Ooh, a footprint. Yes, like I was saying, let's stop using the.
I'll check the area around the bridge.
Wish you shut up occasionally. Instead of using this crazy gizmo, maybe once in a while we could just look for some footprints or some broken twigs or something. Guessing that's the Soviet. The hat seems too small for a sheriff. I imagine a sheriff would wear a big hat and probably have a big moustache as well. And probably a big belt buckle, that sort of thing, which I think would exude in the character's silhouette a little bit more obviously. We're going through here? Yep, it would seem so. Amazed that any bridges left in this place. I seem to have broken them all myself. I think we're going this way. I feel like we've been this way once before. We've been in that direction. Need to cross this river somewhere. Where is there a bridge? I'm not just going to get myself all soggy like I did last time. Oh, maybe I'm going to have to. No, I'm not seeing any bridges. And I can't carry on in that direction. Okay, bit mysterious. I'm doing this for what, like 5 episodes now. You'd imagine I would have started to get a vague grasp of the scenery, but oh, gee whiz! I wonder where the bridge is. It's only right here. Giddy up.
The signal is stronger. I'm getting close.
Yes, close to being carted away and sent back to school for being stupid. Oh, is it up? Yes. Up there? Is he climbing up on a rope?
Cut the rope. Maybe I can find a side passage.
A side passage? I think you just mean another place where we could climb up. But, yeah, let's go around here. Yeah, this seems vaguely reasonable. Where am I carrying this? Where am I carrying my massive pickaxe? I don't want to know precisely, but I'm asking all the same. I think I'm slightly afraid of the answer, but I'm asking all the same. Okay, so we still want to go in this direction, but we're not too close. Just yet. We're not too close to those sneaky Soviets and those, well, not as sneaky
Emma,
sheriffs.
Dave, my parents, and the movers. Who else knows our location? Someone from the office. Did Emma blurt it out to some friends? I don't think so. But I was cautious. I didn't leave any trail. Fuck, why can't I crack it?
Here's a random thought. Like, I don't claim to be an expert when it comes to... This is beautiful. Just want to put that out there. This is absolutely gorgeous. Just a thought. If you think people know your location, maybe move to a different one. There's got to be lots of other houses where you could work on secret Soviet spy secrets. Or couldn't, like, the government have given you, like, some protection? Like, find, like, a secret bunker or something for you to live in? Where you could work on it? Where you'd be safe? No? Okay, fine. Defense's little house in the middle of nowhere sounds like a much better plan. Right. Seems like they were fiddling with the electrics.
That's an electric fence. I need to find a way. Electric fence. What is it doing here?
Turn off the power. I'm guessing I do that by grabbing this thing. Or probably grabbing this thing. Off. Off completely. Off. No, not off completely. Okay. Ah. These seem too brightly coloured to not be part of a puzzle. Maybe I need to get all of these 3 things working somehow? Okay, let's follow the red cable and see where that leads us. Oh, it's a little different sort of breaker boxes. Alright then, let's crouch down so we can actually sneak inside here. So do I need to get each of these boxes working first? Yeah, here we are.
One down. There's more.
Okay, do I need to hit them in a specific sequence? Because like green is the first on the left. So does it matter that I did the red one first? Or is it all much the same? I'm hoping it's much the same, because I don't want to be scampering around all this time trying to get the sequence correct. But how did I not notice this? How did I not notice these neon bright coloured pipes? Not pipes, they're cables, running around the show. Again, I've been wandering around this place for hours. You'd imagine I would have noticed something quite so obvious. Right. There's no ladder. Maybe I can kind of climb up somewhere. I don't know, like on a rock. And then up onto these bits of wood. And then onto this ramp. And then onto those boxes. And then onto here. Yeah. That sounds like a good theory to me. Right, let's get this one open. Oh, gosh. Right, thank you.
Second one done. I think there's just one left.
Yes, okay, so let's follow the blue cable back to the... Let's get ourselves covered in mud first. I mean, I'm the one that jumped off a building, but still. Let's take ourselves back to the green cable, and then get stuck behind a couple of rocks, and get that one turned on as well, and then we can shut down the electric fence and figure out where we're going. I'm a little confused I managed to activate the electric fence and get on the other side of it without zapping himself, but never mind. I guess you don't get to be a Soviet spy without knowing how to jump over a couple of electrified fences.
That was the last one. I won't be electrocuted now.
Hopefully. But frankly, I don't think anything, not even 1,000 volts of electricity, could heighten your emotional state any more than it currently is. Right. Let's head through here and see if we can catch up with the folks. I really do feel like climbing a tree and just jumping over would have been more efficient. Oh, yes. Sorry, completely forgot about that. Yay! Now we can open it. Success has been enjoyed. Good, good, good. Right, back on this thing. This is very nice. It's getting a little bit more colourful for once. Very, very pretty. I think it would probably be a little pretty if we could see most of it, due to there being less fog. But I'll take what I can get, because what I can get is quite beautiful. Oh, it's probably that, thinking about it, isn't it? Yes, I'm wondering if that means I should go the other way. Ooh. There is a sneaky place. Can I get in the sneaky place? No, perhaps not until later. Okay, let me head back. I think I've gone the wrong way, which shouldn't surprise anybody. But let me head back this way and see if I can get access to that sort of watchtower. No, clearly not. Marvellous. I was so stupid I didn't even recognise that the right way was the right way, and then headed off in the wrong direction. Good. You can see why I never got any qualifications in geography. God, marvellous. Okay, right, let's try that again. This time slightly less embarrassingly. It's just because I couldn't interact with that door at all. I imagined there would be some way to interact with it, or, you know, some exposition from the character about it, if indeed it was something I was meant to be looking at, but it seemed as if we was just meant to be looking at it later. Okay, we're very nearly there. I doubt this is where the sheriff lives. This is probably more like a park ranger type thing, but localizers are certainly very interested in it, so let's head up it and realise just how small the ones in Fallout seem now in comparison to this utterly enormous one. But, at least we can admire the nice view. Again.
I'm not really scared of heights, but I better be careful.
He says, gallivanting up the staircase without a second thought. Yes, again, we're getting on to get down, mates. I was trying to get gallivanting, but still. Wow. Yeah, again, I feel like the view would probably be better if there wasn't quite so much fog. But, never mind. Right, don't think we'll be able to open that. Ooh, there's a telescope. Can I use this? Can I have a little peek at something?
I shouldn't have left her alone again.
Who's she talking to? Is she talking to herself? Because admittedly, that's a lot less crazy than the crazy I'm doing at the minute. But yes. Perhaps she is the spy. Perhaps she is the double agent. I didn't realise. Kitty, I didn't realise being a park ranger was such a stressful job that you needed this much medication. Right. That's adorable. Right. Let's see what we've got in here. Some clothes, hat, big whiteboard for doing park ranger math on. Yes, definitely. Typewriter. Nothing else on magic boards. There must be. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be using this thing, aren't I? Thinking about it. Well, kids, you can't put that down, man. Okay, so the signal's not here. I'm actually further away than I was before. That's a little bizarre. I thought for sure this would be where I was meant to go, but it would seem not. Yeah, it would seem like it's more sort of down again. Okay, this is a little bizarre. Am I getting closer? No, I am getting further away. This is most bizarre. I do not understand this at all. Maybe it's not here. This seems like such an obvious landmark. Surely it's got to be here. Yeah, so I am actually a couple of percentage points closer to where I ought to be. That's strange. Why would you design that whole location and include it there if you're not meant to go there? Is it just there for, like, flavour? I mean, there's great dedication on the part of the developers. Part of it is just flavour. That's a lot of work for something sort of pointless. But, most bizarre. Maybe we're going to go there later.
He's in this building. The door's locked now. I'll follow him some more.
Right. Sorry, you'll what? You'll follow once more? I didn't catch that last line. That made no sense to me. Okay. Yeah, there's somewhere else I'm supposed to be going, and I can't get in here, can I? No, this is all locked. I cannot see inside to spy on all of the mischief that's going on inside of this building. So, okay. This is turning into a bit of a bizarre chapter. I don't really feel like we're, sort of achieving anything. Oh, am I now supposed to go up there and get a key, presumably? Right. Oh boy.
Signal is coming from the tower.
Yes. Yes. Convenient how the signal locator didgeridoo-dad thing completely ignored the signal that was up here in order to lead me back down to go to the cabin so that we could have the proper narrative ordering. Good. I didn't realise this tech read so much Shakespeare. Right. Sorry, I am utterly ashamed of myself. Okay. Ah, yes. The park ranger math we were talking about before. Very important. Oh, goodness, more of this stuff. Right, if I get my hand on the correct part of the keyboard, let me, shoot down some of these things, whatever they are. And then we'll find out what sort of fascinating equations and formulations were being, examined. Is there another one?
I was right. He's not here. Should look around. Looks like he's hiding something in here.
I'm not going to turn this board around. There's going to be information written on the back, am I? No, good, because that would have been a really rubbish way of hiding information written on a whiteboard when you could literally rub off with your sleeve. So there's another one of these bugging devices. At least I assume that's what they are. And a key, which will presumably let me into that house. Into the cabin. Yes. I hope it will open the door to the cabin.
This must be the key to the house. Let's see what he's hiding there.
Mate, it's got the word cabin written on it. I don't think we really need to say that we're going to hope it opens the door to the cabin. I mean, what else is it going to do? There's some part of the back of my brain that's saying there's a celebrity whose surname is Cabin, and there's a joke to be made in there about opening something of his. But I cannot for the life of me think who that is, and I'm possibly just imagining them. You can slightly imagine a slightly better, more successful go at this episode. Right, where are we going? This way, it would seem. Let's go back to the cabin and open it up and see what's going on there. The question, I suppose, is whether the Soviets have left this building or whether they're still in here. Where that sheriff is as well. I feel like we should have seen from him a little bit more than we have. Oh, they went down into the basement. Yes, of course, where all of the sneaky stuff happens. I'd probably try crowbar, to be honest. Get into the cottage. It was a cabin a minute ago. He's not going to be in there, is he? And if he is in there, he knows you're in there. With all of that bashing.
Motherfuckers, they know everything about us. Everything. Fuck, they've been watching our every move. Even here, where we were supposed to be off their radar.
This is, well, I was going to say this is advanced. No, it's not. It's behind Fallout levels of computer. But,
That's probably the basement door. Where can I get the password? The door is locked. Enter the password.
I'm sorry. What? So, okay, so there's like a grid, and I need to find like 4 of the numbers. Yeah, it's like A, B, C, D, but I need to know what number it goes with. So if it's like A1, it'll be L, and then L will be the first part of the password. But then the grid changes every 30 seconds, so I have to work it out really quickly. Well, I need to figure out what the numbers that go with each of the letters are first, so let me poke around and see if I can find any information that will help me work that out, because that seems a relatively straightforward code to crack. I just need to find the correct letters, correct numbers rather, to go with the letters.
Lost. I wouldn't be so sure. Did he mention the copies? Should have thought about that before. He already knows more than we wanted him to. The handler is concerned. We've got a serious conversation ahead of us.
Who's behind all this? Since when have they been doing it? If they had me exposed, why didn't they steal the telegrams before?
The only thing I know about code breakers is that you don't steal the information at the beginning, you steal it at the end, because by then they've decoded it all. Right, what does this say? Adam woke up at 5:21 a.m. Even though he couldn't get to sleep until later that night, Emma got up at 8:40 and they had breakfast together. When she asked him if he slept well in the new house, he lied and said that he did. Actually, he sleeps 5 to 6 hours every day, sometimes less. It's not the only thing that he's not honest about with his wife. Emma doesn't tell her husband everything either. Both claim they trust each other completely, but that's not the case. These days, you can trust no one, not even yourself. Isn't that what that first piece of paper I decoded said? Trust no one but yourself? I see. So they were spying on us and admiring the domestics. I guess Big Brother hadn't been commissioned by this point, so they had to find other methods of finding similar entertainment. Is this a projector of some kind? I think it is. Can I carry this with me? Oh yes, I can move this. Maybe I can project it on here. Yes. I'm sorry. What? Plus? What? 3 minus 1? Okay, maybe I need to line that up with this. Yeah. So maybe if I move this over here, position it in the right place, I can turn this on, maybe line something up. Maybe this plus in order to get everything lined up correctly. But I need to find the... Yeah, I probably should do that before I turn it on, thinking about it. Probably connected to that, it's got some looking pipe. But yeah, maybe if I find the correct slides, I can put them in here, project them onto this board, and then that will tell me some useful information about something or other.
Thermochromic pigment. It has something to do with temperature.
Okay. So what is it, like a kind of like a heat insulator sort of thing? Like you can Like you can put fat on things in order to insulate them, in order to prevent heat from escaping them. Maybe like he's on like a pipe or something in order to make sure that hot water goes through. I'm guessing. He's still confused. He doesn't know what my actions mean. He doesn't understand why I'm doing all this. He thinks I've got bad intentions. She thought something happened to him and called for help. In critical moments, it's easier to expose someone's true intentions. I can see and hear everything. No detail can escape my notice. The Cold War isn't just about nations. It concerns individuals too. The Iron Curtain still stands between us, but soon it will be raised. Again, why is this all written in English? Okay, what's the deal with the changing case? Yeah, there's something mysterious going on with that, isn't it? A found something under a plank when he took the boxes. Maybe A is meant for Adam. When he took something to the attic. Yes, it is. I remember that was the very beginning of the game. What he found is more important than he might think. Sometimes looks like he's afraid of something. She was the one who insisted on the move. He talked to D, but he has no idea. D was contacted by somebody else. Let's just say I see and hear more. Okay, so certain letters are being capitalized here. So it's Adam Hittle does not know about me, is what it says. I'm guessing maybe that's my surname. Hittle? I have no idea. I have no idea if that's what my name is. But, that wasn't very useful information. Again, I feel like you could have just written that down rather than, hiding it there in the writing. But, it doesn't help me with looking for the pieces. No, that's no use to me. Pieces of the puzzle for the password. Oh, this looks like some slides. If I want to see the image, I must insert it into a projector. Yes. That might help us a little bit. What have we got written here?
Someone has written something here. I can't make it out. There must be a way to unravel it.
So it's like invisible ink. I can't read the words. How do I decipher them? What does this say?
Someone's marked certain pages.
Oh no. What pages have they marked? It's a very short book, I must say. What do you mean they've marked certain pages? None of these pages are marked. Oh, I see. Are we just reading the pages that are marked? Okay, right. That makes slightly more sense. So that's the decipher in the Enigma machine. Ah, now that is a temperature symbol. And there was some paste they were talking about with temperature, wasn't there? Type of ink that can be divided into inks that develop by heat, such as by ironing them, inks developed by chemical reactions, ink that responds to ultraviolet light, or inks from altering the surface of the paper. Okay. So those are different things that I could do. Ah, is that an ultraviolet light? Maybe that would get the paper working. Maybe if I hold the... Is that... It's not coming from this, is it? No. Can I read the paper now? Page left by spy. No, this doesn't seem to be working any better. Okay, then. Can I use the paste? I don't see how the paste is going to be any use to me, but... Oh, here we are.
It works. I'm starting to make out the letters.
Okay, so C is 1. Goodness, my hands are honestly so cold it's getting difficult to write. Okay, so that answers that, then. So we found one of them. I don't know what this blue light is all about, but let's put these in here and turn it on. I don't think that plus symbol was there before, so let me try scooching this over a bit. There we are. It's about the best I'm going to get, I think. Target. What? Do I need to, can I move this up a tiny bit or down a tiny bit further? No, I don't think I'm going to move it anymore, so I don't think I'm going to get that any better than it already is. I think, is there something written there? Looks like there's another 1 there. Maybe there's a 4 there? I don't know. What if I try turning this on now? What happens with this? Oh, this makes it all dark. Goodness. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Okay, this doesn't help. That's where they were going. That's where they busted through the window. But this doesn't help me much. There's a big old 3 up here. But I don't know what that relates to. So one of them is probably... Oh, here we are. So there's D2 there. And I guess they kind of line up sort of well enough. Question is can I get something to line up with that 3? Maybe there's something on the back of this wall, perhaps? Behind this painting? Yeah, here we are. And that could line up to A3. But that D didn't have a hyphen in it. Is that meaningful? Does that mean that I'm missing something? That there's some other element to this? Like D isn't meant to go with this 2 because there needs to be a hyphen somewhere. I don't see where else I could stand that would give me a clear view of anything. Oh, I see. I think these are positions that are meant to tell me where I'm meant to be standing. That makes more sense now. He was already lying in wait on the day of our arrival. What's written on the back? What? All there here safely arrived. All 3? Does he know about the unborn child? Maybe there was somebody hiding in the boot of my car. Yeah, and then there's that one as well. Is there another one, perhaps? One upstairs? No, these are just the footsteps leading away from this again. So we found 3 of them. We found A and C and D, but we haven't found B. B is the one we don't know about. I feel like it's got to be something to do with this, but I don't get what. Because that 3 minus 2 is obviously... 3 minus 1, rather, is obviously 2. Is that meant to be referencing the B somehow? Oh, there we are. And now I think I'd like it to fix the position. Can I read this off now? No. Because I can't move this anymore. I mean, I can do this through trial and error now. Because I've got 3 of the 4 pieces. So I could just guess. My only concern is that I'm not going to have a lot of time. Because I'm going to have to look at A3, which is L in this case, and then put L in here. And then go to the... and I have to guess what B is. So B could be any of those 4. Which is it's not going to be easy, but I'll give it a few tries and see if I can get it through trial and error. It's 4.
Finally. Now I can go in the basement and deal with that fucker.
It's B4. And given that one of them was a 1, and another of them was a 2, and another of them was a 3, I probably should have guessed the last one will be a 4, but I thought that even distribution would be just too obvious. So I didn't try that one first. I tried it last. But never mind. Okay, so this was just an utter red herring. Unless somehow these are meant to line up to look like a plus. Then where'd you get the B from? Oh, gosh. That white line is the back of the B. The 3 makes the front of the B. There's your hyphen, and there is your red line making the right-hand side of the 4, and then that white line makes the other part of the 4. Oh boy, this has been the episode of me being pretty dumb. I mean, this is just the channel of me being pretty dumb, but never mind. I can't even open this freaking thing. Just open! I don't care! Get out of the way! Kitty aunt, I haven't been stopped by codes or enigmas or Soviets or anything. I'm not gonna get stopped by a bit of metal. Okay. Right. I like basements. Because we saw at the beginning of the game people died in a basement, so hopefully I might die in here and then I won't have to keep doing this horribly embarrassing task. Oh dear.
What's happened here?
It's not a lot. We've seen way worse than this, mate. Come on.
Slaughtered like an animal. Fuck me, I don't get it. Who could have done this? And why?
Are those my footsteps? Okay, this hasn't been locked. Okay, that just genuinely does surprise me. What? You didn't destroy them? They look pretty destroyed to me, man. They look ruined. I can't even read them. Or are they the telegraphs? Or are they in like some sort of plastic folder?
I finally made it to the mine. Something.
He's alive! He's alive! He's very much alive. Okay, goodness. Yeah, that guy is definitely alive. I saw his eyes move a tiny bit as we were moving towards him, and then I think he got up. Oh goody. What's going to go wrong? Okay, so I think we've got the telegraphs back. I think, we've obviously found another page of Nicholas's journal, and I think Adam is about to die. Quite painfully. Right. But I think that's confusing, because then if the guy that was being murdered wants to murder me as well, surely he doesn't like the Soviets, because they just attempted to murder him. I don't know. Like, seriously, it is too cold in here for me to even write properly, let alone try to get my brain functioning enough to think through properly worked out narrative reasoning. So never mind, that will do it for Chapter 7 of The Beast Inside. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I apologise for being such a muppet for the last hour. I really, really do. Anyway, look after each other and good night.